How's it going, guys? Kyprotonic here. I have an underused Pokemon battle here for you, and this one is against an opponent called BubbleGumBoiz, I believe. Anyway, quickly looking at the teams, it's actually an underused battle, so kind of like worried about maybe the Mew and Machamp just a little bit, just because Machamp can actually hit quite hard, and Mew is very versatile, so I need to just like try and scout if I can what you might want to try and do, but most of these other pokes are pretty much handled by my main checks anyway. So without further ado, let's begin the battle. So it kind of turns out he's actually going to lead up with his Roserade, which I found not to be a bad choice, but I'm just going to lead with Victini just because it's one of my stronger hitters on this team. I'm going to go with U-turn just to 1, break a sash if that was actually his item that he was carrying, and 2, I just want to try and scout what he wants to try and do because I kind of figured I would be just faster. But then I see a leftover, so that kind of like, I should have just like one-shotted the Roserade with the V create there, but that doesn't work out. In comes a Machamp now. I'm going to go with Fire Punch, not really wanting to over-predict. I was tempted to go for Body Slam there, but that doesn't work out. So I'm going to go into Frostlass here, predicting the close combat, for example. Now, it's actually behind a substitute, this Machamp, so I'm kind of a little bit worried just because I do actually have the Destiny Bond, and I figured he might be carrying like close combat Stone Edge and maybe Bullet Punch. I'm not too sure. He might be carrying Bullet Punch or even Ice Punch, if that's possible sometimes. So I go with Destiny Bond. That works in my favour because he actually does go for another Stone Age and now buff my Frostlass is down to his attack, and Destiny Bond's easily going to take out the Machamp, so that's kind of good for me because I did get up 1 layer of spikes. I'm going to go straight into Victini now, just because I don't want to reveal too much more. Now in comes this Mew. I'm just going to hit it with my strongest move, which is a Choice Banded V-Create. And that's actually going to one-shot the Mew, so I'm very happy there, because I don't really care what this Mew would have liked to try and do. It could have been a Stealth Rocker, but it's gone now, so that's kind of good. In comes this thing. I think it's known as Drudagon or something like that. I can probably pronounce that incorrectly, but yeah, this thing comes in. I get Dragon Tail straight out to my Flygon from switching to my Donphan. Kind of wasn't too sure what he would want to try and do there. I knew it was a Dragon type, but that doesn't kind of work in my favour. I'm not going to overpredict just because I don't really see the point. And in comes a Registeel. Now, I kind of figured either if this Registeel is going to be the Stealth Rock hit, it might go for the Stealth Rock right now. And I'm going to go into Roserade just to probably put something to sleep. And yeah, that's kind of like my thought process there, because I figured it might be the correct time just to do that at this point in the game. So in comes his own Roserade. I was a little bit tempted to go for like the Sludge Bomb because I'm actually carrying that, but I figured that might be just a little bit risky at this point, just because you know, the chances of his Registeel maybe staying in there and going for like a Thunder Wave could have been quite high then. So not wanting to overpredict, I'm just going to go for the hidden power. I think it might be fire, but I'm not 100% sure. It could be fire or ice, depending on how I play with it. I'll have to just double check that next time. I go into Victini here because I could actually scratch this Mismagius, but I don't really see the point. So I figured he might go for like, I don't know. I kind of thought maybe he would do something kind of weird. I thought maybe it was actually a Nasty Plot or even a Carmine set. Turns out to be a Thunder Waving and Evil Eye set, so that kind of did surprise me. So I actually lose my Victini there, which is a shame, sorry. Not wanting to overpredict now, I'm going to go straight back into Flygon. I can't really hit the Mismagius for U-turn, never all that much, obviously. So Fire Blast seemed like the correct option. He switches into his Registeel, takes a buttload from that Fire Blast, and then unfortunately he actually gets burned there. And now he's going to switch straight back into his Drudagon, and this thing isn't really a threat at all. It's just annoying because it's a dragon, and that's basically it. And it's actually carrying a Dragon Tail, and because I'm actually locked onto the Choice Scarf Fire Blast, he's actually going to Dragon Tail me straight out from me going into Donphan right back into my Roserade, which isn't actually a bad switching for me because I can actually hit this thing with like a Sludge Bomb. But in terms, I'm actually just going to go for the Sleep Powder here, because I figured now this is the safest time to actually go for like something, or I should say, put something to sleep. But then he shows me Sleep Talk, and I'm like, oh god damn it. this is kind of annoying now. So he gets off a Dragon Tail with the Sleep Talk, and I'm gonna get Dragon Tail straight into my Snorlax. So it's not particularly a good switch in there for me, just because he's asleep and Body Slam would be useless. But I figured I might as well just go for Body Slam, just to see if he would actually go for like Sleep Talk again. And maybe he would pull off the Dragon Tail though, that's what I was kind of hoping for. But it turns out he's actually going to switch into Registeel and actually going to allow his Registeel to die there. So I don't know. I probably found that a little bit weird, just because I probably would have just like Sleep Talked and gone for hopefully going for Dragon Tail. And now I get Dragon Tail straight into my Donphan, which is okay because I'm actually carrying the Ice Shard. And this is the part of the match where it just got a little bit boring, just because I wasn't really wanting to switch in like anything else just on this Magius, just because I wasn't too sure what else it would kind of do. And seeing Thunder Wave just kind of scared me a little bit, just because I do have like my Roserade left, but obviously that does have natural cure, but I'd have to keep switching, and that kind of does get repetitive all the time. But now he shows me Perish Song, so by the end of the 3 counts, one of us is probably going to die. And I actually decide to, in the end, just leave my Donphan in to die, just because it's pretty much served its purpose. I did get Stealth Rocks up there, but that was quite late in the game, but it didn't really make much difference, because I pretty much had Choice Scarf Flygon just like roaming in the back, and it did pretty much put pressure on his Druddigon. I think he has a Roserade and this Miss Magius left anyway, so it wasn't too much of a problem. And yeah, so I go for Ice Shard once again, and yeah, this incoming Druddigon takes about 25 to 30% from the Ice Shard. My Perish Song now finally goes down to 0. Like I say, I wasn't really too bothered, just because I still had like my Roserade and my Flygon left, but my Flygon was actually my main counter to at least most of these pokes left anyway. So in comes his own Roserade. I'm gonna hit this thing with a Sludge Bomb. And that's actually a dead Roserade. And at this point in the game, it's pretty much game over, just because Roserade's pretty much faster, or is actually able to now take out this incoming Miss Magius, because it's actually slower. I think I'm like 299 speed, I might be timid, I could be wrong. And Druddigon's gonna die to the Sludge Bomb, so that's the game, guys. Please like, comment, favourite this match if you enjoyed it. Check me out on Facebook and Twitter. Do the usual stuff, and I'll catch you guys hopefully in the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.